Everyone on Twitter wants to know, what do you think of Ron Wilson's gone?
Look, I had my say about him, well, I'd say 3.5 years ago. The blood's in the water. And it's a funny thing, though. Here's what kills me. Burke goes to my bosses and says, I'm a bad guy because I said something vicious, I think the words were, about his coach. 2 weeks later, he fires him. Figure that one out, folks. All right. Put up my beautiful kids. And that's, last night I'm at the Marlies and Rebels game. And look at the hot dog here. These guys, beautiful guys, they're T.O. Young Nats. They will never play for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I heard your interview with Burke. And he said, well, we have a tough time here. Every team has 5 guys come in from Ontario. Now, I'd just like to tell you, there's more people come from Ontario, hockey players come from Ontario, any other place in the world. Anybody want to argue with me? I'll tell you, more than anybody. Let me just give you Vancouver. I wrote it down. I had to write it down like there. Vancouver has 4. Pittsburgh has 6 from Ontario. St. Louis, beautiful team, surprise team, 9. Last year, Boston had 7 from Ontario. This year, they got 9 from Ontario. When Chicago won it the year before, they had 7. Guess every team in the National Hockey League has a guy from Ontario except one. Guess who it is? It's Ontario's Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, if you want American college guys, if you want Americans, you got the team. It's the only organization in the world, in Toronto, in Canada, that cheers when Canada loses. And it's an absolute shame. There's 40,000 kids, like I showed you, in the GTHL. Do you hear that? 40,000. Check the guys that are, Segan, Skinner, Spezza, you go down the whole list. They all come from the GTHL. This guy has none. He has all Americans. He has American college guys that play it for him right now, and that's the way I feel it right now. And I could go on and on, the whole deal, and it's the best And here's another thing that bugs me. We pay his salary from Ontario. We are the fans that are there from Ontario. We are the only ones that would put up going 4 years in a row with no, and once finally they sing something at the end, and they're all bad. I mean, not make the playoffs 3 years in a row, probably not 4, to sit with it and not have one guy from Ontario. That's a crime, as far as I'm concerned, because I'm out with them every night. And when I see these kids busting their tails and everything, and I think they won't make Toronto. They'd love to make Toronto, and that's all I got to say about that.
One interesting thing is Gauthier in Montreal said he'd try to get a Francophone coach and then went with a non-Francophone coach and got all kinds of trouble. But he's always made the point, and you agreed with it. Might as well have some French Canadians on the team, but they don't. They actually could use some.
Well, Minnesota, they say they try to get as many guys from Minnesota.
Right.
It goes, everybody in America, you have to laugh at the Americans down there, the announcers. If they have an American, or if they happen for that city, said it. I had my say now.
One thing on Brian there about the Americans.
Your friend Brian?
If Detroit found Sweden, let's just say, and they were able to mine Sweden for a lot of great players, and they got ahead of the curve there. Actually, Cliff Fletcher, when he was in...
what are you talking about?
I'm just going to tell you something here.
Well, tell me.
Detroit had the Swedes. Cliff Fletcher had actually college guys when they won the Cup in '89 in Calgary.
Come on, get with it.
He has the American angle. You could understand why he may mine
He's an
USA.
American.
So what?
What? So what?
That's an advantage to him. He knows
what? Yeah, it's a great advantage. Wonderful advantage. Well, not making the playoffs 4 years in a row.
True so far.
Wonderful advantage. That's the way I feel about it. Hey, I say what I think. I'm not pussyfooting around like some guys. You know what I mean? I don't go on and ask them soft questions. I say it like it is. If you want to get me...
I was asking soft questions?
Yeah, you were.
Like what?
Well, I don't know. After the one question you asked, I didn't listen anymore.
That's not a soft interview.
Say it is. If he wants my job, if he wants to get me fired like he tried to do, get me fired, go behind my back with my bosses and try to get me fired. Not only that, he went to the governors and said it too. All right? Now, I don't care. You want to get me off? You want to take me on? 2 years ago, you said you were going to do something to me in the playoffs. Remember that? And I said, oh, Brian Burke, I'm shaking in my boots. I'm shaking right now. Do your best. Now, all right, give me the next question about Saskatchewan. Let me talk about Saskatchewan here, all right? Just sit there. Okay?
What?
Just
Don't
sit
forget the movie, though. We got
there. All right.
90 seconds.
All right.
And we
How
got,
much?
90 seconds. We got to.
All right, I'll
Quick
talk
on
about another thing that bugs me about it. If you want to know, I kept quiet. I was going to say Saskatoon and everything like that because I didn't want it leaked out.
I asked. Tough
yeah, I
question.
know. But I thought I would be a good guy. I'll talk about Saskatoon. And who leaked it? The NHL leaked it out. All right? The NHL leaked it out, and I'm trying to be a good guy. I thought I was going to. I'll talk about Saskatoon next week. I'm a little excited
Can
now.
I just say, this great chemistry
What?
you and I have is
Yeah.
going to be tomorrow night
Well, we
on the
did.
CBC, The Wrath of Grapes. Please enjoy an excerpt from Don's big movie coming up.
Everybody plays a fool.
You sit. You sit. That's a girl.
So Dave's not coming back to the show.
No, I guess they're bringing in a new guy.
Who is he?
What's his name? Ron McLean.
I can't believe you haven't even met him and you just go live tonight.
Only at the CBC.
Help him along if you can. Be nice.
Nice. What are you talking about? Be nice. I'm always nice.
First time on national TV and he's got to get on there with you. Poor guy.
Maybe factual, maybe cruel. I wanna tell you this.
Should be a good one, as long as this rookie isn't stepping on my toes, eh?
Hey, Don.
Nah, you'll be fine.
Don. This is Ron McLean. We'll be phasing Ron into Dave's position over the next coming weeks.
All right.
It's a real pleasure to meet you.
All right. Now, what's this I hear you were a weatherman out in Red River or someplace?
Red Deer. I was started in radio and then TV weather and the sports. Now I'm here. That's why I was told you do it. You work your way up. Most of us don't get to start at the top.
Now, that isn't a shot at me, is it? Well, you better be careful, kid.
Jonathan Watton does Ron, and obviously
More hair
Jared
than
Keeso's
you.
already won it. Beautiful, isn't it great? And Sarah Mannanen plays Rose tomorrow night at 8 and Monday night at 8. Fantastic.
All right, we lost a beautiful member of our hockey family. Ryan Wood, 6 years old. He played for the Tavistock Titans, a pre-novice. This is Ryan and his dad Tim went to a hockey game last Saturday, and on the way back, they were killed in a car accident. They called him the Little Warrior. I'll tell you why they called him a Little Warrior, because he fought cancer for 3 years, and he won. I can't imagine what his mom, Sarah, and brothers, John and Cody, are going through right now. But John and Cody, you're the head of the family now. You've got to be tough and be brave. God bless Ryan and Tim.
Coach's Corner on CBC.